welcome back to the Pressbox. This is the 2016 edition of this. I'm your host, Original Hawk, and we have some new members on the podcast this year, so go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy J Killer, a.k.a. Mr. No Pen, No Pad. I'm so good. Coming back once again this year, Madden 16. I'm ready to talk about whatever. Let's go.
All right, since Captain's afraid to talk, it's the commiss, Jess Monkey 69. What up? Welcome to Madden 16, fellas.
Yo, it's the captain making it happen.
This dude's dumb.
I don't got no pen or a pad, but I got a microphone. What's happening?
All right, so it's finally Madden season, guys. We're going to start the show off with some overall Madden impressions. What do you guys think about it so far?
To me, I know I might probably be the only one that's going to say this, but to me, this is probably the best Madden we done had so far, you know, as far as the sim community. I'm going to say ever.
Okay.
As far as the sim community, I know they kind of loving this Madden because you actually have to play football. I know a lot of people. I done hit up a lot of people. I heard from a lot of people, and they like, you know, progressions. You got to go through your progressions. This time to complete passes. The quarterbacks are not just throwing darts on the field, and it's not too many mistakes. As far as, you know, last year they had a couple glitches here and there. So the sim community love the game, and I'm part of the sim community, so I love it.
Gotcha.
I think it's the best since 05 when they were competing with 2K5. Best Madden, I don't know, it's got its quirks. To me, really, it's like everything from every Madden that was overpowered in one, from your seams to your tosses to whatever. Like, I just think that there's a lot in it. I think there's a lot of ways to combat it. I think maybe that aggressive catch thing's a little whack. But I do agree with Jay. It's a lot harder. I don't know if everybody would be as good. It took me probably 30, 40 games to learn to be halfway decent with RG3. I know people are trying to trade quarterbacks left and right, even if they're good, like an Eli or something like that.
That's never going to happen with RG3, just to let you know that.
Maybe not in real life, but on Madden. He's already got a Super Bowl on Madden.
Don't start.
Just saying. He's got a Super Bowl on Madden. Plus, Alfred Moore's going to be carrying a rock. Or Matt Jones.
I'm undecided. I'm only a week in. I think I put a lot of hours into it. But I'm still working on the mechanics of it. Like, sometimes it plays real great. Sometimes I see my old linemen running into each other. I'm getting sacked by 3 down linemen still.
Yeah.
3-man rush.
Like,
yeah.
I'm undecided. I think it's a better game than last year. I think I think this might be a good foundation for like next Madden. I think they have like
I give it to about 18. That's what I was saying too. Maybe about Madden 18. They'll probably build off of this one and have an awesome
haven't
game.
We been saying that for the last forever that this is a good building blocks for the next Madden?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
But 16 is better than 15. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. I agree.
The only thing I agree that it's a lot what's been said is that it's a building block every year, but I think there's significant additions and changes on this Madden, to whereas usually with other Maddens they're giving you something they've already taken away. So you'll see it again like 3 years after we've had it, and you're like, oh man, this is cool. Whereas they're actually adding the defensive cornerback interactions in a different way. They're doing the different catches, and they're giving you different ways to do it. So I think they're actually adding significant things instead of adding old features.
How would you guys feel about an every other year Madden instead of every year?
I heard somebody talk about that.
Just to give them time to maybe like say at the end of this Madden they just give us a update with the rosters and stuff like that, and the next year they can actually have time to work on the game to get all the bugs and quirks and stuff out.
I feel like they should be working on. They should be working on like 2 Maddens ahead anyway. If they're doing an annual like this, they should be working on Madden 18 right now. You know what I mean? But they can never just take 2 years on Madden. It's impossible due to the fact that the league changes, every year. So I don't think they can do that. I mean, unless they just come out with heavy patches.
Yeah, exactly. But you have the ability to patch things now over the internet. So why not just give us, changes here and there so you can actually work on the game?
You can patch it, but I don't think you're gonna get overall big changes. I like the idea, but just a roster update, which some people say Madden is anyway, I don't know how necessarily that would work because we're already getting burned out by June. And then we come back in August with new rosters, and we're pretty much playing the same thing, and we know everybody's doing the same thing, I don't know if there's enough for, at least with every year, even though it's not leaps and bounds changes, at least it's a little bit of a learning curve and something new.
Yeah,
I think they dropped the ball. They should have taken a year off and just ported the last Madden like NHL did and got their game right in a year and then came back to the next gen.
They did do that. They did that in 25. 25 was a port.
Yeah, that was a port.
But they really didn't. It really didn't change much from 25 to 15, though.
Yes, it did. 25 and 15 were two totally different games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for 25 that much.
I love 25.
Oh, okay.
That's because you were cheesing 25.
Yeah, probably so, most likely.
No, 15 was better, but the pistol was not cheese.
Oh, wow.
Okay, since we're talking about our overall impressions, what about the big thing out there now is the aggressive catch. What do you guys think? I know they had a tune-in update to tone it down. What have your guys' experiences been like with that?
I don't wanna give up my secret, but I'm gonna give up my secret, and y'all can thank me later. Now, they have the Y as an aggressive catch, and you have the A to play ball. But if you press X, then you swat the ball, people. If you press X, you swat the ball. And if you're around somebody when you swat the ball, it's probably going to be a tip, and then it could be an interception. Y'all can thank me later. So that overpowered stuff, nah, I don't think it's overpowered. And especially since they didn't dumbed it down and patched it and tuned it or whatever, it's not overpowered. I just played the game with somebody playing with Megatron and just blew him out. Rio.
Okay. It's still overpowered, but it falls. The main thing I have a problem with it is that it falls in the same category that happens with every Madden. Now you see tight ends doing the Odell Beckham catch in stupid places because they're aggressive catching it. And not everybody should be doing that. Not everybody should be one-handing it. Not everybody should be whatever. There's a lot of drops with it.
But everybody's not drop. Everybody's not completing it, though.
If your dude doesn't have the aggressive catch trait, he's not usually making that catch. Like Deshaun's not making that catch. But I've seen way too many tight ends and recorded it. Tight ends, running backs doing the Odell Beckham catch. And that's what I don't like about that whole entire aggressive catch thing.
Well, so like I said, this is about to be week 3 or week 2. I forget. I've been playing a lot of Madden.
I think week 2.
So when it first started, it was crazy. I'm talking about dudes was aggressive catching everywhere. Then they patched it, and now the DBs is catching everything. Like I'm like, where's the happiness? Like, in the perfect world, I think that the ball should be challenged. I think that either if you go up, it's 1-on-1, the number should take over, and I don't think it should be automatic. I think there should be a lot of batted down passes. I'm seeing either it's pick or it's catch. I'm not seeing, and that might be Jay because you said it's X button. Now
a lot of people not using the X button though. You know what I mean?
Because it doesn't give you that. Like
it don't give you that option.
It don't tell you.
It don't give you that option.
Like when I was in skills training, it said press X to squat. And I was like, X. What? When does X do anything? So I remember my first couple days, I was like, tell me what the SWAT button is. And no one could tell me because it wasn't popping up. Like some people was telling me X, some people was telling me A, some people was telling me, I'm like, listen, Linda, honey.
Still doing L bumper, left bumper.
Right, right. So, I have to lab that. If X is the button, I have to see it. But it don't even, like, if I press X, does it pop up? Does it say SWAT?
No, it don't. All it does, it just give you that animation with the SWAT ball. And most of the time, what it does, it gives you that tip animation.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing too. That Madden's making you rely on looking for the buttons too for a lot of people. Not necessarily saying you, but that entire thing right there is they want you to hit the Y button so you can see more big plays, more aggressive catches, and whatever. And they don't tell you press the X button here. Like they'll tell you do a rack catch here or whatever catch here. They don't give you all that information, and I think because they want to see the big scores, the big plays, kind of like the NFL now.
So I feel what you guys are saying, but I think that tip. I like the tip ball interception animation stuff, but it seems like that happens a lot also.
But can you agree that you shouldn't be throwing the ball into double coverage or if a man is playing tight on that on that receiver anyway? You know what I mean? This man is making you play smart, man. It's making you go through your progressions and look, because believe it or not, somebody is open on a play.
Yeah, I always have tunnel vision, so that's something I have to work on. But yeah, I always throw in a double coverage.
I mean, that's true, except when the balls hang up in the air forever and it like automatically lets a dude fly across the field and dive for it. Other than that, I don't have a problem with it. I actually like having that in the game. Like Jay said, you just can't throw it in coverage, really, or you're going to get in trouble.
Okay, well, speaking of the icons, it was brought up to my attention that, you know, a few guys in TSG want a universal set of rules for the league. For an example, like the icons and ball hawk. What do you think about that?
I believe last year on Madden 15, Monkey had already said that he set the rules in the franchise mode, in the league, to something, but you can't tell if somebody else is using it unless they twitching, you know, or something. You know what I mean? Because
so
I believe you still can
right?
use it. Yeah, it'd have to be that. But man, I don't know. I don't know.
I think if we're playing on All Madden, the All Madden setting takes all that stuff off the screen for you. Takes the push the buttons, the kick arc, the hit stick, what's the defensive one where the heat seeker, the ball hawk, it takes all that stuff away from you. So I think if we're playing on All Madden, we should play literally on All Madden. Like Jay said, it's an honor system. Last year, I played without the arc and everything, and I'd be playing a dude, and they'd be coffin cornering me every single time. And I'm like, what's the point? But me being stubborn, I never changed to it, to where it's a copycat league, just like you would see in the NFL. We see one person doing it, everybody's going to start doing it, and it's hard to police it. But in a perfect world, I would say get rid of all that.
Well, last year I played with all that off, except the ball hawk and what else it was. I don't even know what heat seeker is, but I think something else was on. But a lot of people play with ball hawk on. I can tell you right now that Mike Titans was probably one of the pro at that with Pat,
all of BH.
Man,
I don't think this Madden lets you just hold it down the whole time. I think you get the warp if you press it, but I don't think you can hold it down like that. I don't know, because mine's on, but I click on for my intercept. I typically don't use her. If the ball's in there, I click on and then I press it.
Okay.
I don't think you can call Hut and just hold down the ball and just roll around, and if the ball's in the air, he gonna warp to it. I don't think so this year. Because the few times that I've tried to go for the pick and I did it and he missed.
He just stops.
Yeah, he wasn't in range enough. Same thing like if you try to go for the swat.
But you know that in the when it teaches you how to play in skill training, it tells you to hold the Y button all the way through the catch. Like, isn't that ball hawking? When the ball is in the air, hold the Y button all the way through the catch.
Right, but the difference is they were on Hut. They would just hold down the Y button.
Right. All the BH was doing it. I know by the famous play, I know I'm going to get fussed at for calling out Chubbs, but Chubbs was playing Rico last year, and Chubbs was the right outside linebacker on the goal line. Rico was throwing for a touchdown. Chubbs was nowhere near the dude. Rico throws the ball, and there's no way that Chubbs could react that fast and intercepts the ball, because from Hut, Chubbs was holding the Y button, and the ball was anywhere near the area, his dude would automatically jump him and catch it. Like, that's, to me, the dumb part about it. Now, I don't know if it works or not. I haven't been playing with ball hawk, but that's the problem with ball hawk. You just hike the ball. You're the middle linebacker. That's why Patrick Willis got all those interceptions. Not saying Mike Titans not good, but you holding the Y button, running left and right, and people's going to throw across.
With somebody with 90 speed that can actually make the
right.
Around. Yeah.
He's gonna get it every time. You couldn't throw over the middle, not necessarily because Mike Titan was great. Not saying his user's bad, but because he's holding the Y button with Patrick Willis.
So is that a rule, or is that are we going to change that everybody has to use the same set of rules?
But how will we know?
The league settings don't allow you to. When you set up the league and you do the league settings, that setting is only for you. It doesn't do a setting for the overall league.
Gotcha.
So once again, it's an honor system. Like I've been playing, twitching all my games, and somebody told me, "Oh man, you're ball hawking." I'm like, dude, I don't even ball hawk on. So who's to know who's doing what? Because I'm not playing with ball hawk. But people are like, "Oh, you're getting these interceptions because you're ball hawking." I'm like, no, I'm not. So who's to say that you're getting interceptions, Hawk? And I'm like, hey, Hawk, you're ball hawking. No, I'm not. Who's to know? Unless you go in, you show your settings before you twitch and blah, 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 and that just becomes a pain.
Right.
I'm gonna say it like this: was it so significant that it was a real big problem last year?
I don't think it's a big problem. I don't think it's a problem. Look. If you pride yourself in not using ball hawk, and you're playing against somebody who uses ball, it's the same thing like the kicking arc. Like if you just don't have the kicking arc on, and then you getting coffee cornered, you like, dang, he keep pinning me on this 1 yard line. That's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Like that's why I cut mine on. I'm like, look, I can't just keep letting you pin me, and I can't pin you.
And
back.
I can't pin you back. Exactly.
So
that's why.
I don't know.
Yeah,
this year I'm playing with kicking arc on.
Yeah, I'm a noob. I'm playing with every icon.
I'm playing with kicking arc on.
I want everything. I want everything that can make me better on.
I'm trying to win the Super Bowl.
It won't be on for me, and I'll win a Super Bowl without it.
No. You know what? But you know what? The thing about it is that, well, I can't tell you about ball hawk, but I know for sure that the icons don't always help you because they confuse me. They confuse me. Yeah, no. What happens is your mind, the screen flashes something,
and you automatically press.
And you're automatically press that, and it's the wrong thing to do. Like I told myself, don't press Y, don't press Y. Ball thrown Y. I'm like, why did I press Y?
A wide receiver that just beat the cornerback, and you press Y and just jump up and fall when you could have just pressed X and kept it moving.
Right.
Yeah, I turned mine on, and I'm getting confused. So I'm thinking I'm gonna turn it back off.
Yeah, mine's off. It's not worth it. I'll just catch it how I think I need to be catched.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next topic. TSG has a new home for league news. Go ahead, Jess, and explain about our new home.
Some other leagues that I know about. I know one of the hated leagues that people had a little issue with, the Greg's league or whatever. They do daddy leagues, and I'm in a little commissioners group. And they all talk about things to do as daddy leagues. I know we tried something similar. I forgot what it was called. I don't know, Captain, if you remember it. But basically, it's a website, kind of like if you ever play 2K football or basketball, that has everything there. You can put news on your teams. You can have all the stats and breakdowns. It does power rankings by an algorithm. So it's not just Madden's power rankings by your name. Playoff races. We're going to have the podcast up there. We're going to have video highlights up there. Pretty much your one-stop shop for everything, and it looks like a lot like ESPN style. You can trade, you can spend your XP, you can do anything, and it looks really clean, and it's just another way for us to interact and look better. We had some people donate to pay for it. Not much. It was $33, $20 a year after that. And if it's something that people use, I think we have 17 of the 32 people signed up after like a day or two of me asking. If some people use, then it's good. If not, it won't. We're not an internet-based league, so I don't know how that's going to work. But it's a really cool feature. Just got some cool ideas in it, and it's just something that I think that can help us move forward. It's daddyleagues.com to get on there and register. It's free. And then ours is daddyleagues.com/TSG. And I'm slowly modifying it, working through CSS and HTML. It's a pain in the butt to try to get it working and everything.
I mean, it definitely looks official, though. I really like the look and feel of it.
Yeah, it looks legit. It really looks legit.
I can't figure out how. I've been trying to blog on there for like all day, and I can't figure out how.
You got to go to front office. Like, there's home, front office, coaches, all that stuff, the menu bar. Yeah. Go to front office. And under front office, you'll see write a blog or start a blog.
Yeah, and that blog. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. If you don't put a picture in, it'll just put a logo of your team, so you don't have to put a picture in either. That's how Korn, with his whole thing about winning whatever, has the Seahawks, and me, I'm going to win the Super Bowl, has the Redskins. But those logos are already in there, so you don't have to put a picture if you don't want to.
Yeah, I like the Twitch integration too.
Now when I logged in, it already said like it was on week 3. That doesn't mean nothing though, right?
No, that's a dummy league. I started up a league just to get it started because you can't do any of the editing to the site if there's not a league attached to it. But I can change the ID and put a new league in there. It's not a big deal. It's a dummy league. I was trying to figure out what the franchise was about. I think there's some things in there that's going to hurt people and help people in franchise overall. But, the Twitch feature you touched on, Hawk, thank you for saying that. On the top of the screen, it'll say live Twitch. Right now, there'll be nothing underneath of it. But if you look on the site and say Jay's twitching and Captain's twitching and Hawk's twitching and I'm twitching, you'll see an emblem for each team that's twitching. So you'll just be able to click on there, go straight to their Twitch, and you can watch their game.
It's the team helmet.
Yeah, the team helmet.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and you can also link to GroupMe. I think I saw a tab where you can link to GroupMe. What does that do?
I seen that, but when I tried to link to it, it just told me that your GroupMe is linked, but it didn't really do nothing afterwards.
It's more so something that's going to happen on my end when I advance. So yeah, I've got our GroupMe linked into it. So what's going to happen is every time I advance through League Daddy, it's going to pop up with a message on GroupMe saying, "Hey, the league is advanced."
Oh, cool. Okay.
I can also make it to where it does like trades and stuff too. I don't know if I want to do that, but at first it'll at least just be, "Hey, the league is advanced," and it'll let everybody know. I'm also trying to figure out if there's a way we can get the GroupMe chat actually on there, because they had some weird shout box or something that was kind of looked really old and outdated. But yeah, it's got pretty much integration for everything. It's pretty cool, I think.
That's cool. You have anything to say about it, Kat? I'm sorry.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I'm circling back. I had a discussion with, I think, Jess and a couple other guys the other night about some people bringing up that the confidence ratings can be reset after every season. Is that something that we would consider?
I think that would be a great idea due to the fact that each year is a new year. We can't take Tom Brady and his whole offense or team and bring him into this year with 99 confidence in real life. You know what I mean? Everybody should start from 50, in my opinion.
And
I don't know though, but Tom Brady might have a little confidence boost after he get into play.
Oh, definitely.
He might be at like 75. You saw him dancing on the little vine. He's like, man, I get to play. I thought I had to sit out. He was down, so he was probably negative. He probably was like at 40 thinking I won't get to play. And now he turned up, like he on doing news conferences and stuff. So I don't know. You might have to individually tweak some people.
Well, see, that's the thing. You can't individually. I think it's a wide sweeping of it. I wasn't going to do anything with it when they first said it, and then I was in a party with, I think, Ninja and some other people, and they broke down why it might work. And it's actually true. I mean, how many times did y'all pick up somebody in free agency and y'all picked him up and he had a zero confidence, you didn't know it? Yeah. Or you get people on your team and you got your team better, but you're working through the first 4 or 5 weeks trying to build your dude's confidence up, when every time a season starts, even if you're the lowly Redskins or the Raiders or the Jaguars, you think that you have a chance to do something. You don't go into the season, preseason, whatever, as a team saying, "Oh, we're going to suck. We're not going to win any games. Let's just pack it in." Because you wouldn't do that if you're a football player. So I think that every season, at the end of the season, I think we will reset confidence. I think that's the fair way to do it. Put it back at 50. It was a good suggestion by Ninja and some other people. As long as it works and doesn't break the league.
Okay, and can you also settle the free agency rules? Because I know it's some discrepancies with that. Okay,
the free agency, as per the rules in the rule book, I know it's a big, huge book, and Captain ain't got time to read it. But free agency draft, as soon as they drop that 53-man roster, we're going to free agency draft from 1 to 32 to the 2015 draft order. So the Buccaneers will be picking first, Titans second, blah, blah, blah. We'll be going all the way through like that to pick it. There has been suggestions to do it whole random. People complained about that. There was a suggestion to do the top 5. People complained about that. To top 10, people complained about that. Every way that I've thought of and put out there, somebody didn't like. I played around just to ask a few people in the league, hey, what if we did the top 10? And the first thing I heard was, "Oh, monkey, you just doing that because, you picking the top 10. No, I knew what people were going to say. No matter what decision is made, people are going to complain about it.
The draft order seems like the fairest thing.
That's the only fairest thing.
To me, it would be draft order or your team overall would be the fairest, which is pretty close anyway. But somebody's always gonna have a complaint. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. We're just gonna go by draft order.
Oh, you mean team overall lowest to highest?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't change that much, but I think we're just going to do the draft. It's easier that way.
Oh, okay.
It would be cool. It would be cool if there was some kind of actual bidding system where it wasn't just first come for. Like if you had to really give this dude a contract and he had to, for whatever reason, like he might like domes, or he might like cold weather, or he might like, you have to really, like the same way we do in the off season where we have to bid on the guy. It would be cool if we could do that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I agree. Like that was one suggestion by people too, was just to not let anybody pick free agents for a year or whatever. I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. I was trying to think of a bidding system. I was asking the other commissioners that I know. I was asking people that I know, is there a way to do it? Bo came with me today about a way to do it. Have like a point system. Each player is worth so many points, and you get so many points, period. And you have to bid on them. And if there's a tie, you ran. It just was a lot of
work.
It was a lot of stuff to do. It's a good idea, and I was thinking about that. But everybody and their mom is going to sit there and put all 20 points or whatever on Alden Smith or whatever it is, or that player, and it just becomes too much headache. If there was some kind of program or way to do it, that would be awesome. I would
paper, scissors, rock tournament.
I would prefer that. There's only 3. Cockroach shoe, atom bomb.
What about players that are actually suspended for the indefinitely in the real NFL? Are they eligible to pick up in free agency?
If they're on the free agent list, yes. Now,
what if they're on your team?
If they're on your team, I'd hate to say yes. I wish that Madden would do like they did Captain that one year, where Velma was suspended for a year, to where he's not on the team, and then after the suspension was up, he popped up and you can play with him. That would be the best way to do it, and I don't know why they're not doing that now. But if you look at the list, I don't know if y'all saw, this is the highest amount of people suspended at the start of the year in NFL history.
Right.
I think it's 38 players in the NFL are suspended, whether they're free agents, on teams, or whatever. So that's a lot of regulating to do personally, and then going and checking that team's stats and, did this dude get in? Did this, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to police that with our current form.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about guys that are suspended like a few games. I'm talking about like guys that are suspended indefinitely, like the whole season, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Justin Blackman. Or Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon, those guys.
True. Alden Smith's probably going to be there too, but he's not there when the league starts. So if we start that precedent, we bench them.
Yeah, I'm only saying that because he was on my team, and I'm just salty about it. That's all.
No, I feel you. But we start that precedent to where Alden Smith, he gets signed to the Buccaneers in free agency draft, and then week 3 of the real NFL season, they suspend him for indefinitely. Do we have to take him off a Frames team and he gets lost out on? Because that's the precedent you would send.
Oh yeah, I got you.
It's always difficult. In the perfect world, I just take him off the game.
Yeah, I wish they, like Kat was saying, I wish they had this stuff integrated in that you wouldn't have to like think about it. It would just happen as the league goes, you know.
They did it before. That's what I don't understand why they don't do it now. Because Captain got screwed with Jonathan Vilma on his $10 million.
Oh, well, that goes back to our earlier conversation of them not really having time to program this game, man. If they had more than a year to do it, I'm pretty sure they could include a lot more stuff into it.
Well, I think it's one of the things where it's like their EA is known for being what happened now. So like at that time, that year that Velma got, and I remember I was the one like, Monkey don't start the league yet. I gotta wait for Velma. They're gonna make the decision. Monkey don't start the league yet. So we started the league, and they didn't, like, Velma wasn't on my team. So the season ends, and I'm like, I need to get a middle linebacker. And then when we start season 2, Velma's there. I'm like, what the? He really got suspended? This is some bull. Like, so I wasted all my money going to get another. So I had 2 middle linebackers for no reason.
$10 million.
I'm like, no, this is dumb. Like, why didn't they tell me that he was in the game but really suspended?
Right.
Now, was Vilma on the regular rosters, just not in the league, or no?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I know he just wasn't. I really have no idea. I can't remember. I just remember when we started, he was not on my team.
Yeah.
I think he, no, because we started with the 75 roster. We didn't start with the 53 that year.
So he was on there, but then I don't know, it's weird. So maybe those players will be suspended starting the year. I don't know. Maybe that was a 1-year deal. Maybe Madden just hates the Saints.
Yeah, because that was. I mean, that year was the bounty gate year. Like, that was a big.
I wonder if EA can give like the commissioner more power. Do like they give the commissioner now, like they can change confidence. They can do things with the salary cap. Why they don't give like more power to the commission with
like
free agency and all that? Yeah, like all that. They should, like, if you're gonna give us the salary cap and the confidence, why not give us the whole deal?
Well, I think we're in a unique situation. I don't know how many people out of the whole group of people that play Madden are that into the CFM, the franchise mode. I think most people gravitate towards
and that's
Ultimate
what brings
Team,
me to
Ultimate Team or something like that. So they're not.
It's what makes them money.
Yes.
It's been a lot of people saying that they basically screwed up CFM purposely so people can go to Ultimate Team. You know what I mean? So the community, the CFM community, is kind of big. There's a lot of people waiting on that.
I was talking to Finn today, and I was like, "Yeah, I heard that they did it on purpose." He was like, "Yeah, I dropped 150 on Mutt this year." I said,
Yeah.
"Huh?
Yeah.
You already paid 150 on Mutt?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, it was addicting."
Man, I swear, I'm ready to drop 50 right now.
But wasn't there already an issue in one of either the Mutt or the Draft Champions already too, though?
Well, the issue I think a lot of people have with that is it's no penalty for quitting.
Oh, for quitting and people just bomb away and then quit.
Yeah, if they're losing, it's just quit. But I know that based on like it was a lot of people that were twitching Madden early that got it early from EA, and most of the guys that got that were guys that spent a certain amount of money on Mutt on the previous Madden, on Madden 15. So I mean, it's obvious that that's their their cash cow, and that's the main mode that they want to promote.
I mean, that's any game now, microtransactions, 2K.
Oh, yeah. 2K basketball, yeah. They make
any phone game,
those cards. Yeah.
Like anything, those microtransactions are ridiculous.
I'm not going to lie, it is addicting. It's very addicting to see.
Man, this is my first year playing, and I love it. Like, I cannot stop playing it.
Especially when they add like legends and stuff from your, people from your childhood that you looked up to, and you're like, okay, I can play with Bo Jackson. That's awesome, Dude,
okay, here's my question. All right, you get 2 regular teams, your team's 80 overall. I don't know, and then you get said Bo Jackson. Do you see Bo Jackson? The difference in Bo Jackson, like me and you both got 80 overall teams, and then I get Bo Jackson. Am I whooping your ass because I got Bo Jackson?
It all depends what Bo Jackson you have. Now, I didn't play against a guy that had a crappy team, but his legend was Terrell Davis. Man, Terrell Davis was doing some incredible things. I could not stop him in the backfield. He would juke move, spin, then break out. Man, it was crazy. And that's what makes the game fun. When you get that star player on your team, you can change the whole game.
See, I think that what they're gonna do more like 2K. How I know 2K has like different tiers of cards for the same person. Like you have like a diamond, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's what they do right now.
They have that in Mutt right now. Okay.
You have right now. Everybody can get Bo Jackson, but it's the gold Bo Jackson, so he's like a 70 overall. But Legends, I believe they have a legend Bo Jackson. He's like 92. So
do they have years? Like, do they have like a 84 Bo Jackson or a 92 Bo Jackson or something like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't really look on the back of the card or nothing. Right. I don't know.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, people eat that stuff up, man.
Hey, and Jay, if you want to stop Terrell Davis, you might want to get Casper on your team on the defensive line.
But see, if I do all that, then I will have to spend money, and I'm trying to ball on the budget.
I know that, but you don't need to pay for an invisible defensive tackle.
So what about Draft Champions? Has anybody tried that mode?
It's fun.
Yeah, that's like Mutt on a whole nother level to where y'all both have like the similar team because
But I kept pulling the same people though, Jay. Oh, I did like 3 drafts and I got a similar team every single time.
Well, sometimes it happens like that. But what Draft Champions is just to make a even playing field. But other than Mutt, because you might have a guy that spun like $1,000 and they have a 99 overall team you playing against.
So Mutt is pretty much pay to win. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
But like I said, if you know football and the other guy don't know football, it don't matter what team you have, you still can win. I haven't lost the game yet in MUT.
I mean,
I'm finna go
is it
on the Super Bowl.
feasible to grind in MUT, or do you have to spend
It's
money?
better to grind in MUT. If you're a football fanatic and you know about the old teams and all that, you know what I'm saying, Lane when he was playing cornerback and all these old players, then it's good to grind and build it up. But if you just want to win now, drop a good $200.
Can I make an all-time Saints team?
You can do that. You can do that. You can add.
You just have
every
to get the
Saint
luck of the draw.
Yeah,
You just have to get Saints players cards, and you can make a whole Saints team. Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, an all-time Saints team, how many players is going to be? Like 5?
Right? It's not a lot.
Like Deuce McAllister and
Yeah, like Ricky Williams, Deuce McAllister, Joe Horn.
And see, that's the thing. They
Archie
have
Manning.
sets.
Archie Manning.
They have
Yeah, you
sets
got
like
Archie
that. If you get you might come across of a Dallas Cowboys set where you got to get all of like Aikman, Michael Irvin, and when you get that set, you get a special card. That's why people be
So
buying, spending money on them packs. Don't talk about Dallas, homeboy. You know what
I
it
almost
is.
just threw up in my mouth.
You know how many rings we got?
The triplets. Who cares?
Ooh.
When was the last time you got a ring? Exactly.
RG3 is dead.
Hey, let's not.
Rest in
Let's,
peace.
How's
not
Ramos
start.
back?
Let's not start down that road. Okay, fellas, let's move on to our next. We have some awards being announced this episode. Cincy Life is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Along.
Congratulations. When you say this part, you need to put the cheer in the background, like everybody clapping and stuff. Congratulations
right.
to my man Cincy, man.
Congratulations.
Ice Cube.
He's joining along with Ninja and King from 2K Basketball. Are those the only Hall of Fame members?
No, the commissioners too.
The commissioners?
Yeah, just because we've been doing this since actually probably. I know I've been doing it since 2K4. I know they were doing it. I know Hawk, you, and Tonic have been way back. I mean, I know all of us have just been doing it our own separate ways until we got together in 2009. And just, I mean, I think we have a pretty solid foundation through all sports and all games, you know, like even Captain and all these fools playing Destiny and stuff like that. It's built a really good community. And I think it's just because of the foundation of different personalities that all three of us have that help build it.
Can you define the criteria of a Hall of Famer for anybody that wants to know what does it take to be a Hall of Famer? What kind of accolades you know what I'm saying, you got to achieve to get that?
Winning, consistency, just community.
I'm Hall of Fame already then, bro.
No. Consistency isn't one season. I mean, Gobino had one playoff season. Tonic had a 16-0 season and went to the Super Bowl. I mean, people do individual feats in individual years. They happen. Trent Dilfer in real life won a Super Bowl, but he's not a Hall of Famer. It's consistency. It's about, like, every year you know that these dudes are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to win. Now, just because you are there all the time, does that necessarily make you a Hall of Famer? No. I mean, I think Captain, I know a lot of people are going to hate this, is Hall of Fame material. He's only won one Super Bowl, but he's been in so many of them, and he's always in the conversation, and he's a top, 2 ranked person. Like, things like that get you there. So
you're saying that Cap is possibly getting inducted in the Hall of Fame next year?
Yeah, Damon. Hold on. Here's a question. Are we specifying this as Cincy being a Madden Hall of Fame? Are we going per sport?
Yes, he's a Madden Hall of Famer. He's not a 2K Hall of Famer.
I mean, I just want to specify that, like, you could be, all around, or you could be one or both, or.
So how many Hall of Fames is it? It's a basketball and a football?
No, I mean, it's just one Hall of Fame. But since he's in the Hall of Fame because of Madden, he's good in 2K, and I mean, he has made a championship. He didn't win the championship, but he made it to the finals in 2K. So that certainly helps his credibility as a TSG gamer. But the thing that got him to the Hall of Fame was his 5 TSG Super Bowls, 6 TSG Super Bowls, his 2 Monkey Bowl Super Bowls, his multiple division championships, his, 14-2 record. Like all these things is what got him there.
Oh yeah, he definitely deserves it, man. He's a really good player, and he's a stand-up guy too. So it makes it.
That has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And he just had a good movie that came out this year.
Straight out of Compton.
Yeah, they're doing records in that too. So I mean, this is perfect time.
Yeah, Ride Along 2 is coming out soon too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. It all makes sense.
Okay, and who votes on the Hall of Fame? Is that a commissioner's vote, or how does that work?
It really hasn't been a vote so far. Like when I did the original Hall of Fame early last year,
So it's a dictatorship. Is that what you're saying?
No. It's just more of you get a vibe from people. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to eventually bring it to a vote. It's just when people talk about Cincy, they don't talk about Cincy being trash unless it's captain or anything of that sort. You always hear about like he's a great Madden player, he's the guy to go against, or Ninja's the guy to go against, or in 2K King's the guy to go against. So those people already have that cred that if you hear their names in the Hall of Fame, you're not going to say, nah. You know what I mean?
Oh, you said the guy. I thought you said the guide, because that's what Cincy named.
No, not the guide. No.
Oh, okay.
But in the future, I think that what we should do and probably will do is now that we have a good 6 established, if you want to include the commissioners,
Right.
You have the Hall of Famers vote on who should join them.
Oh, that's perfect. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
That's the eventual goal.
Now, another thing, is somebody getting inducted every year, or how y'all doing that?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I think it should be be resume based. Like
It's not necessarily.
You've accomplished like for example, like I mean, he just said his resume. Like he has a very strong resume to even be considered for it. Like you gotta develop a resume like that to even be
considered.
Be in that conversation. And once you can stand up and say, I done did this, and this, and then then you probably add a couple of wins or whatever to it. Then they say, okay, now.
Does the TSG Hall of Fame have like a writers wing for like newscasters and stuff like that?
We could. We could have
put
Blood's newscaster in there.
They put Rocky Balboa in boxing Hall of Fame, and he haven't fought nobody in his life.
Mean, they have a reporters wing in the real Hall of Fame, so I'm just putting that out there.
You would be in over McKay, but I mean,
I don't know, man. McKay drops the news quick and accurate.
So, ho, are you saying I'm not accurate? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, man.
Hey, aren't we on the same team? Are we hashtag New Bloods, man?
Nah. Y'all are new blood, and Hawk, you dropped the news, bud. That's how that works.
Right. Go ahead.
Going back to the Hall of Fame thing too. It's like Captain said. It just depends on what you establish. Say none of the big time players. Say a Captain, a Twine, a Chubbs. None of these dudes. I'm not saying that any of those dudes are Hall of Fame material. I think Captain is the most out of all those people. But say Captain goes and wins 3 Super Bowls, or say he doesn't do anything. Or any of those guys. Like every year judges and dictates that. Nobody might step up. We might have a year where 4 new people win championships, or Banco goes New Bloods. He wins like 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Who knows? Jay might win 2 or 3, and then nobody would really have cemented themselves with being a Hall of Famer.
Gotcha. So our next award is called the Bo had reached out to
Wait. Let's talk about this Rico situation real quick, man.
Okay.
Let's talk about this Rico situation.
I was saving that for last, but go ahead.
You were gonna say that for last?
Go ahead.
We can talk about it last.
No, do it last. Go with the award.
Okay. I just thought you probably.
I wanted to end on a high note, man.
Okay.
On a high cholesterol note?
Yeah, exactly.
High blood pressure?
Yeah. So, Bo Raiders had mentioned that he wanted to start an award called the Patrick Willis Most Outstanding Player Award. It's not the MVP, but it's the most outstanding player, as it would say. What do you guys think of that?
What's the difference between the MVP and the most outstanding player award first? Well,
I think this is voted on by people in TSG and not the Madden algorithm or whatever they choose the MVP.
Is that like the Maxwell Award and the Heisman Trophy Award?
Pretty much, yeah. I think everybody in TSG would vote. I mean, based on stats, when you look at the stat screen, you can tell who's like, wow, he had a great season, and it might not be the MVP.
Right, because Drew Brees should have won thousands of MVPs, but yes,
Drew Brees, no Levon Gandy, come on, or Alfred Morris,
or Adrian Peterson.
Listen. I'm not saying that y'all haven't had great seasons before, but when it came down to it, my numbers would kill people's numbers, and because he wasn't a running back or whatever, I didn't get to win. Like I've seen that like at least 8 times I've not won MVP with Drew Brees.
Yeah, I think this is the purpose of that award. Yeah, this is the purpose of that award, to give people, it doesn't keep it in Madden's hands.
Now, will everyone vote on it?
See, I don't know, and this is what I'm confused about. I have to get with Bo and talk to him about it, because if y'all remember at the end of last season, Patrick Willis won an award, and I forgot who else did, for the most outstanding player of Madden. So I'm curious if this is, I know he said it was season 1, but I don't know if he's talking about like a Madden season, as in like Madden 16. Because to me, that's where it would make more sense, because that's what we originally discussed, to where like Patrick Willis was the most outstanding defensive player, AP was the most outstanding offensive player, so they get in for the Patrick Willis award. That's what I thought he was talking about.
Well, if I don't know, we'll have to ask him. But I think that he wanted to give out awards to, like, it didn't matter when they had that season, but people who had those magical seasons. So Patrick Willis had that season, or he had that whole Madden career till he retired. AP the same thing. I remember on 25, Alfred Morrison was that guy. Like, he was that guy. I remember that first season. Was it the first season of 25 that Terrell Pryor had that crazy season?
Yeah. Second season, because Bo was pissed about Alfred Morris.
Right. And then I remember Tim Tebow had that. I had a crazy run where he actually won MVP with like 30 touchdowns, 20 rushing touchdowns, something crazy like that.
Well, go ahead. My bad.
Which we're probably going to retroact some of those things, because like when Bo did that video, those people probably deserve to be in already, but it wasn't an award that was established in. So kind of like when you see like the Hall of Fame, they have the retroactive for like the people that were back in the day that were good, but they never got a chance to be in the Hall of Fame. I think it's what we'll probably do, because, a guy like Tebow that 1 year, a guy like Terrell Pryor for 1 year, or you have a dude like Alfred Morris, the greatest running back in TSG history.
Oh my goodness.
Proclaimed by Bo. Bo even said that, and nobody's ever done what Alfred has done.
Yeah. But that's why I'm thinking that he was saying that it's going to be an every season award. That's what I took out of it. I would appreciate that more.
Would they take like the top 3 or 5 people from that, like this Madden, and let the people vote?
I mean,
I'm thinking that's what. I mean, you can. I mean, be honest. You can tell when you play these guys who are the best players in the league.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know who, like, oh my God, I got to stop Calvin. You know what I'm saying?
That's why it would be really better for the people to vote on it, because they played them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
true.
It's definitely a user vote.
I guess you could stick out a ballot of like 10 names, and they can say, all right, he was.
But see, 10 would be too deep. 10 would be too deep.
I mean, I'm just saying, if it got to 10, like, I don't know how many, like, I mean, that's not like.
Yeah,
you can have a dude. I can have a. Like, you could, like, put it like this: like, you could have Adrian Peterson, and he could have went off, and then I could have had Cooks, and he could have went off, and then since he could have an AJ, he could. So I mean, everybody can have a guy who they just turn into Madden Superman.
Yeah.
And at the end of the season, if we got 10 of them, then we got to figure out which one of them, per their numbers and who people feared, was that guy.
Levon Gandy.
Okay.
Put it up, man.
So, so have we come to a consensus on that it's going to be a every year thing, or are we going to talk to Bo and rectify that?
Talk to Bo. That was Bo and Ninja's project, and they can run with it. Maybe we have a yearly, and then we have a Madden overall.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's run for both.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, you've been waiting all episode for this. Go ahead and spit it out.
Rico, what's going on with this Rico joining BH? Like, when you join when you have somebody join your group, you want to make sure that they write, they got their game up. You're just not just recruiting no bums So this kind of just baffles me that they would go out and recruit Rico. You know, we recruited Banco, New Bloods. Banco just came off one of probably the best rookie season ever. And I believe didn't Illuminati draft somebody? I don't know. But why would you go and get, like, what did they see in Rico? I need to know this. I don't understand that.
There was a weight limit. They were like, they need to get heavier, and they were like, you know what?
Like you said, Cap, they ain't gonna be able to drive in a car anywhere.
Yeah, y'all not gonna be. I know y'all not riding in the car together anywhere.
They're riding a double-decker bus or something.
No way y'all fit.
But it's I don't. And why would Rico?
Happen?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody needs a home, man.
Everybody needs a home, but then Rico,
Rico, like, how did that happen? Like,
hey, all I want to say is the Wax is about to bring somebody in. That's all I'm putting out.
Speak on that.
Breaking news. Come on.
The Wax is bringing somebody
on that. Can you get a clue?
Yeah, breaking news, man.
It better be somebody better than Dog Pound or Goat.
But who can he bring in? Who can he bring in? Is it real
law?
law?
Is it
No, he'll bring in
40?
He'll bring in Blitzberg, and they'll form Evolution or whatever and change their name. And
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Him and Blitzberg been in the party a lot lately.
Hey, I
think it's Blitzberg.
Don't start. He'll start saying some weird stuff. The biggest thing was, no pun intended. The biggest thing is.
It was pun intended.
How did this all come down, and who knows? Like, does anybody know?
Well, here, this is what I heard. I heard that in order to match, right? Illuminati has
five, yeah,
right.
5.
BH had only had 4. Y'all, and New Bloods was what?
5.
New Bloods is 5. Y'all have 5 now. So in order, I think when y'all got 5. They were BH was like, we got to catch up. Let's find a 5th.
Hold up, who's the 5th person in the New Bloods?
It's you, me, Ruger, Jay, and Banco.
Gotcha. Ruger, okay.
Look, y'all don't even know who y'all are. Y'all don't even know who y'all are.
Hey, I'm new. So
that's because you the news, bud. You not New Bloods. Right. So why everybody's
I just work here.
Ponying up. The Wax needs to be a part of that. So the Wax, we have a couple of applications that maybe next podcast we might introduce the new.
See, the funny part is BH had to go recruit the trashiest dude in TSG for the past 3 or 4 years, who made Mr. Chain Wax Dog Pound quit and destroy his team,
but
and get a suspension of a draft pick. But the New Bloods are so good and so popular that Banco is just like, yo. Let me join.
Yeah, those BH dudes, man, they some sketchy characters, man. Those BH guys, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch them, man.
You gotta watch them, cuz.
Listen, Linda, honey. Listen, Linda, honey.
All right, fellas, that's all we have for this week's installment of the Pressbox. It's one change. We're gonna record every other week. We're not gonna do it weekly this year, just to keep everything fresh and keep it going. So with that being said, does anybody have any plugs that they want to throw out there?
You know I'm gonna plug it in, man.
Oh my gosh.
YouTube.com/user/Mr. JK Music. Spell that music with a K. MRJYK MU.
Nobody spells music with a K. Can you repeat that?
I just repeated it. Go there. I'm doing YouTube videos. Balling on a Budget episode. I'm dropping one tonight. Y'all just go ahead and
cruising
down subscribe.
The interstate.
Twitch.tv/ let me do my thing, monkey. Twitch.tv/X7XJ Killer KILLA X7X the stream. Dude, man, y'all follow your boy, man.
Where's the cliff notes for all this?
I ain't read that.
The notes, man. This is not the notes.
Ain't no one got time to listen to all that stuff.
Promotion. This is promotion. Y'all follow me on Twitter too @JK Music, man. I'm everywhere.
Hey, look, do they got to put in the triangle for the A?
Don't worry about the triangle,
tell
man.
them how to do that.
I can't tell you that.
Triangle Y. What the
top secret, man. Top 10. And make sure y'all go to the Daddy League, look up TSG, for everybody else that's twitching. Nothing
Yeah.
but good games.
YouTube.com/TheSimGamer with an A. Anybody who needs the YouTube, let me know. You can post the videos, press conferences, highlights, whatever. The podcast will be up there. DaddyLeagues.com/TSG. All that stuff Jay said. I don't even know any of
The Sim Gamer with an A, like.
Because I had a The Sim Gamer already, and I had to redo
funny.
it.
Okay.
No, not with a triangle, with an A.
No.
No. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, New Bloods. I mean, I knew Captain was gonna do that. Man. I knew Cap was gonna do that. Shout out Banco and Hart.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Listen, Linda, honey. It's the captain making it happen. Team Chain Wax. We gotta change that. I don't know why we look. We gotta change that. We gonna come up with something new.
We gotta change that instantly, man.
Wax. We gonna change it though. Hey, look for me. All up and down your screen, running up and down with the Saints. Who that nation? It's time again. It's Madden season. 1,001. 1,000 victories, 1 loss, losing the playoffs, all that stuff, everything you want to say. But at the end of the day, you can't beat somebody that's 100 times better than you, and I'm just better than most of y'all.
Not me.
Wow.
Put the bullet. I'm putting the.
They're not putting you number 2. I'm number 1 this year, man.
That's fine. I wouldn't.
They're not gonna vote you number 1 this year. They're not gonna do that.
I was number 2.
They voted you number 1.
Oh yeah, Cap. What is your Twitch? Mine's twitch.tv/JShow82. What's your Twitch, Cap?
/RSA. I. Follow me on Twitter.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
I. We gotta go. It's been a pleasure recording this tonight. So stay tuned for the next episode, which will be in about 2 weeks. So we're out. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Peace.